To give us some insight into the short and long-term impact of Obama's visit to Southeast Asia, we're joined by Daljit Singh, a senior research fellow at the Institute of Southeast Asian Studies in Singapore. His major interests include Southeast Asian security and the interests and policies of the major world powers in the region. He joins us by phone. Mr. Singh, thanks for coming on LinkAsia.
Thank you.
A former Thai ambassador said that Obama was visiting the swing states, the nations in Southeast Asia that are important to America's strategy for containing China. How effective was Obama's visit?
It is important to bear in mind that one visit over just 3 days is unlikely to show much concrete results. But that having been said, as part of the pivoting process, I would say Obama did well. In Thailand, he was able to breathe some fresh air into the U.S.-Thailand alliance, which has been neglected for many years. And he also managed to persuade the Thais, although this was done in meetings prior to the visit, to participate in the Trans-Pacific negotiations, trade negotiations, which is another plus point for him because Thailand is the second largest economy in Southeast Asia with a fairly large middle class and a good destination for U.S. exports. Now in Myanmar is strategically very important. Here, one U.S. interest is to ensure that it does not fall too much under the sway of China. But Myanmar has already done a fair amount on its own on this score, which the U.S. can now help to sustain and advance further.
Now, speaking of Myanmar, the U.S. seems to have softened its criticisms of Myanmar's record on human rights and democracy. Do you think this will generate some goodwill with other Southeast Asian governments that have also been criticized for repression?
Well, on the whole, it will. Firstly, because the general direction in which Southeast Asian countries are moving, most of them are in the direction of better observance of human rights and gradual political opening ups. Secondly, it would be welcome because speaking loudly, publicly on human rights and democracy deficiencies only upsets countries without improving things very much. It's more the internal dynamics which bring about change, and they have got to be encouraged and prodded.
How important was Obama's attendance at the East Asian Summit in Phnom Penh?
Oh, very important indeed, for two reasons. Firstly, because in Asia, symbolism and presence count, even if they don't immediately produce much concrete results. Now, if the U.S. president does not show up at this very important regional meeting, while China's leaders are in Southeast Asia a few times a year, the Southeast Asians will feel let down, and the Chinese will probably feel that the wind is blowing in their direction. So this is important. Secondly, it is the East Asian Summit is one of the few trans-Pacific forums that will ensure that the U.S. will be part of Asian regionalism. It has the potential to be an important forum, and the U.S. has a crucial role in making it, steering it to inclusive and meaningful direction.
Thank you so much. Daljit Singh is a senior fellow at Singapore's Institute for Southeast Asian Studies. You can learn more about him on our experts page.
Now on U.S. airwaves, a global channel of uncompromising stories. World news, documentaries, entertainment, and culture. Link TV, connecting you to the world. For more information, visit linktv.org.